Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video, and this is just me basically doing my box braids. I'm doing this so I can basically transition from perm processed hair to my natural state of hair, God-given hair, the nappiness. Yes, and right now my natural hair is about an inch and a half thick, long, something like that. But I have quite a bit. I haven't had a perm since January, and I'm hoping that this is very helpful. I know I'm not going to show the whole head getting braided because of course I have to focus. I don't have time to just basically click stop, click stop, click stop. And then with braiding sometimes you make errors and you have to start back over, and I didn't want to film that, but basically I showed you how I got started, and if you complete that process over and over and over again, you should come out with these results. Count. But I haven't had a perm, and as you can see it's pretty round on my head because my natural hair has grown out. I do still have permed in it, and I'm not going to do the big chop until I am very comfortable with the length of my natural hair once it grows out. So I'll just tell you the few things that you need. Alright, everybody has a different way of doing their box braids. I'm not professional or anything, but this is how I do mine. This is my way of helping my hair to go ahead and transition from the permed to the natural so that way I can have more length. But the first thing I usually tend to get is the Soft Sheen & Carlson's Jam. And this is extra hold, and this is for my edges. I got a toothbrush so that way I can collect the edges when I get to them if I can't grip all the hairs, because I like all my hairs in the braids. I have some clamps, and I have about 4 of them for the different sections in my hair. I also have one duck clamp because, excuse me, I have one duck clamp because it is hard sometimes to keep other small fine hairs out of the area that I'm braiding in. So I have that. I have a rat tail comb, but the comb at the tip is, not plastic, it's metal. I have some hair scissors. I think these are Annie's stainless steel hair scissors. You can get them from the hair store. And the last thing that you'll need is some braiding hair. And it needs to be Kanekalon. Who cares how you say it? They've already gotten their money from me. And it's just simple braiding hair, synthetic braiding hair, and you need about 5 packs. And I'm not doing the ones all the way down to my butt. They're about mid-back. So hopefully you find this helpful. Alright, so you basically saw what I did from the very beginning, just sectioning my hair off. I started out by shampooing and conditioning my hair. I didn't put any oil or anything. I started strictly dry. I think it works better for me when, hold on. Okay, anyway. It works better for me when it's dry because I can grip it better. If it's oily, my hair tends to slip out of my hand very easily. But by all means, I want to be able to get all the hairs, as you can see, when I'm braiding. The colors that I did use, I think was a 1B, and who knows, it's like a light brown, blonde kind of color, and I just wanted a little highlight in there. My hair is not styled. I just simply pulled it back this morning after I passed out from doing it, and just pulled it out of my face. But after I got through braiding the hair completely from root to tip, as far as I could get down, I took the hair and braided 5 big braids. So it's one here, that's 2, 3, 4, and 1 in the back. And then I braided it from root to tip and dipped it in hot water. Once I dipped it in the hot water, I brought it out, and I did secure the ends with rubber bands so the way that it wouldn't fall apart in the water. Dipped it in the hot water, brought it out with a towel right here resting on my body, and dampened it dry, and then let it cool. And I did that for each braid that I had, and I basically boil a pot of water, and I like my water boiling hot. I don't transfer it to a cup. I just leave it in the pot, take it off of the burner, turn the burner off, and then I carefully dip my hair close to the water, and the water came probably about right here, because as you can tell, it took the crimp real good, or the curl real good. And I usually wear my box braids pretty straight, but I wanted to add some pizzazz to it. If I get tired of the crimply, curly style, I can just go ahead and re-dip it individually without the braid, and it'll straighten out. I can also take curlers and roll it up if I want a different type of curl, and, you know, style it however I see fit. I didn't get the Poetic Justice jumbo braids. I just like the individual smaller braids. It looks a lot more neater for me, and it's more convenient for me as far as being out in public and having a professional job. They don't tend to like, you know, the big gaudy type braids or whatever you want to call them. I love them though. I wish I could have them. I don't know how many braids I have in my head, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 right here, and you see how small that little section is, so you can do your math. It's quite a bit of braids, and I don't know how long it took me. I always stop, start, watch a movie, talk to friends, fixing something to eat, run to Domino's, get a pizza, stop, start. But it took me about a full day. I guess you guys can see I still have on a gray shirt. It's a different gray shirt. I had on my silk shirt on yesterday, but now I have my Jackson State shirt on. But I love, you know, representing my schools or whatever. But basically, this is the finished look. Everybody likes it. If you have any questions, oh, and this will show you how far it comes down. So it's like mid-back. And this is the back of my head. Yes, when I got to the back, I did do some of the braids a little bit larger in the middle just to kill time. You're not going to see them, you know, but in the front, I tended to say it's really small. So hopefully you find this helpful. I'm just rambling. Like I said, you know, I did blonde randomly. It's a little bit in the back, but it's about 3 or 4 here. But the biggest section is here. And if I get some more styling pictures or whatever, I'll definitely do that. I can take them out the clamp so you can just see this is how they look now, and really curly and wavy. So just follow the video like I did it. Section your hair off as small as you want. Make sure you section your braiding hair to fit the size of the part. In the back, like I said, you know, it's gonna look more like a box with braid in the middle because I got them a little bit separated the hair a little bit bigger. But as far as the front, I did it as small so that way you couldn't see the actual part of just individual or see any of my hair. Okay, I told you guys to go ahead and put them in big braids, secure it with a small rubber band, and dip them. Well, after you dip them, the ends will tend to be very, very straight like this. I clipped some of mine off to make it more neat. So where the rubber band stops, you can just either cut right underneath under the rubber band or cut it a little bit further down. But you don't want those straight little ends on there. It looks raggedy. Okay, I did forget to tell you that sometimes it really does hurt when you first do it, and sometimes they say it's not really good to get all the hair, but I like to get all of it. I can say that I wore it down yesterday. I didn't go anywhere, I was still working on it. But when I do my braids, I tend to do the front first and the back last. That way the front can loosen up because the black will lay down flat naturally, but the front I want out of my face. So I'll do the front first so that way it can loosen up and I can pull it back out of my face. If you do this and it hurts your head, be sure to pop an Advil or Tylenol, just a little pain relief. And when you get done, when I got done, I did moisturize my hair with some Motions Oil Sheen Spray, and I did take some of the Organics coconut oil spray. It's like an oily spray, and just kind of misted it on my scalp and kind of ran my fingers through to oil it so it won't dry up too bad. I would say that care for the braids. They have braiding spray by African Pride at the store. There's different products about organics that you can use. I like to use natural oils to moisturize my hair, and that's about it. If there's any other questions, just feel free. And if I start getting loose little hairs, I'll just take my toothbrush and some of the Edge Control by Dr. Miracles or olive oil edge control, and just take the toothbrush and swoop that up into my braids. That way it looks neater. And I'll have probably another video in a few weeks as to how I touch them up when they grow out. Sometimes I just do something simple to touch them up, or I usually take them down the first few rows in the front and the back and touch it back up. And I didn't show you the braids in the back when they're lifted up. Kind of is a little sensitive. I don't know how my back looks. I just know how it looked when I put them together. But anyway, I just wanted to post this video. I hope you guys find it helpful. Once again, I'm sorry. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend about my channel. Take care, YouTube. Ooh, damn, I just looked at my last video and saw them kitchens. Don't worry, I'm not going to wear my hair up with all them BDB buckshots on the back of my neck. I will have my little guy friend to come and edge me up tomorrow when he comes back, because it's horrible back there. I didn't know my kitchens looked that bad, so I just, see it when I'm braiding, but hopefully I get that taken care of. All right, I'm out for real.